Do I have everybody's attention now?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks Wrestling and welcome to the reaction to Friday Night SmackDown. Now, I just finished watching it. It was emulating from London in, I believe, Wembley Arena, which is funny. It's funny because they have Wembley Stadium too, which is one of the biggest stadiums in the world. But I mean, cool. It was in Wembley Stadium. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel about the SmackDown, personally. I mean, at least we're getting a little progression into knowing who's going to be facing Drew McIntyre from the Fatal Four-Way match, not Fatal Four-Way match that we have at Saturday night's main event after the 1v1 matches we had. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll chat about it and then I'll give you my honest review and rating out of 5 or whatever. So, guys, stay tuned. But before we begin, you already know what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells. Also, please hype this video if you can. I don't know if you can still. Like, comment, you're right. Go check socials, and hopefully you're good wherever you are. Yeah, listen, SmackDown. It kicked off with Drew McIntyre, who is new WWE champion. And I mean, the spiel he probably was going by. He was like, "Oh, no, we're in the United Kingdom home, and it's like from the bottom of my heart, I want to say, screw you. Man, I just said, screw you, blood. This guy's crazy. This guy is crazy, blood. But you know what else he did say, though? Yeah? Actually, you know what? Actually, let me say it. He did say as well, Cody Rhodes, no rematch. Oh, my. So basically, as part of the clause in the contract for the 3 stages of hell, yeah, Cody Rhodes cannot face Drew McIntyre while once Cody won, which he did do. So, yeah. Cody, it's long blood. It's long, but I will talk about the Cody segment later. But, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. But he also did say, now back to him saying, screw the fans. He's like, where were you when I got screwed by the bloodline? Where were you when I got kicked out by WWE? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Then Randy Orton interrupts and he's like, I ain't congratulating you because everybody in the UK knows I hate you. Yeah. And he says, once I beat The Miz and once I win the Fatal Four-Way, I am coming after that championship and I've beaten you before for it and I can do it again. Now, next thing you know, Jacob Fatu decides to interrupt and he decides to chase Drew McIntyre out of the whole thing, out of the whole ringside area. And The Miz then pulls up and says, well, you know what, screw it. Skull-crushing finale, and then the match kicks off. I'll be honest. I mean, Miz did kind of dominate initially, but then Randy Orton got the upper hand. At one point, Miz does a cradle. Randy Orton hits the RKO 1, 2, 3. I'll be honest. This match was nothing special. It's just literally Randy Orton getting the easy dubs. Well, I say easy dubs because it's on paper easy dubs, but I mean, it was kind of harder than it should have been for Randy Orton, the way it was booked. So, hey, listen, Randy's through. Fatal Four-Way at, was it Toronto, I think? Saturday night's main event. And we move. And then what was second? Oh, yeah, obviously Drew McIntyre goes backstage and he meets Ilya Dragunov. And Ilya Dragunov, like, first time I've ever met you. And he's like, I'm going to beat Sami Zayn. I'm going to have a go at you. And then Drew McIntyre is like, I have an egomaniac chasing me. And he said, I didn't knock, so I ain't got time for this. And then he said in the end, I didn't knock down, what's his name? Jacob Fatu's teeth down his throat, but I'm sure as well will do yours. Crazy. Absolutely a crazy guy. You get me? But then we get to, what do we get to? Did we get to, was it Mark Cardona's match next? I think it was. Oh, no, or was it? No. I remember what was next. It was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss facing off against Julia and Kiana James. Now, before we got to that point, obviously Alexa Bliss questioned where was Charlotte last week in Berlin, and apparently Charlotte was sick. Yeah, and Charlotte was saying she was legitimately sick. Then apparently there's a whole thing about this agreement that nobody would go for the singles title, which Bliss did and lost. And then obviously Bliss leaves. Nia Jax and Lash Legend pull up, and Nia Jax saying that I don't want to be. Not like you should believe me or anything, but I wouldn't trust Alexa Bliss if I were you. Blah 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 blah. And then Charlotte Flair is all of a sudden like, well, yeah, well, long story short, she's like, there's a reason why Alexa Bliss ain't friends with you, and she's disappointed in Lash Legend. Uh, and she did say if they get anywhere near her, she will actually knock her out or something along the lines. Yeah, my memory ain't the best right now. Yeah, and I ain't taking no notes, so it is what it is, right? But regardless, that's along the lines what was said. Then the match happens between Charlotte and Bliss against Kiana James and what you call Julia, the United States champion in the women's division. And Charlotte and Bliss wins. Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. I will say that Julia had a pretty good showing. But yeah, after Bliss and Charlotte won, Nia Jax and oh yeah, Charlotte had a good flair. Charlotte Flair had a good showing. Flair, a good showing as well. But yeah, Bliss gets the pin for the team, and then obviously they get ambushed by Nia Jax and Lash Legend, and then Julia's trying to have a go at both of them, but Kiana James stops her from doing so. So yeah, we move on. We get Matt Cardona talking about his history with Drew McIntyre and how he needs to be winning the match against Trick Williams and then winning the Fatal 4 so he can face Drew and win the championship. And he's like, I didn't come back just to be, a random superstar. No, he came back to be winning gold. So, and yeah, so he faces Trick Williams. And I thought Matt Cardona had it after what Jester told me in the last promo class, but looks like Trick Williams got the dubs. I will say the match was decent. Nothing special. It was just, two guys going for one another. Matt Cardona showing some old signs of his Zack Ryder self, like with the Rough Rider, the Woo Woo Kick, whatever it was called back in the day. He even did a famous, zigzag. Sorry, not famous there. The zigzag. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, pretty interesting. Which, by the way, zigzag is Nick Nemeth, or used to be known, Dolph Ziggler's move. So there you go. But yeah, Chicken Bill Williams gets the dubs. 1, 2, 3, boom. Bo Dallas, or as I should say, sorry, Uncle Howdy, had things to say about the Fireflies, meaning behind that whole lantern that's been taken by Sol Sikoa to help the MFTs win the match. And he said he's going to be chasing it, long story short. And then obviously Solo would give a response later on in the show saying how he has the whole Fireflies on the palm of his. I can't lie. This Solo guy is jokes. The guy is jokes. I'm sorry. He's just hilarious. And then he said he'll give that back if they get the tag team championship opportunity, the MFTs. And then he said he will beat Damian Priest to then go on to the Fatal 4-Way and then face Drew, which, did not happen. I'm telling you guys from now. So, yeah, just prepare yourselves. And, yeah, man, it is what it is. But, yeah, obviously the match happened later, and both the Wyatts got involved, and it cost Sol Sikoa the match against Damian Priest. So that's the third Fatal 4-Way #1 contender announced, Damian Priest. That's later on in the show. I'm just saying it from now so I can move on to other stuff. Yeah, because that whole Solo Sikoa Wyatt stuff had a lot, to do with that match. But as well, yeah, Wyatt himself, not Bray Wyatt. Garza saw Bray Wyatt. Yeah, but I'm talking about Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy. He collects the lantern finally. After all the time he's trying during the match and he's struggling. But then apparently, while the White Six was brawling with the MFTs, somehow Talatonga managed to find his way back, Big Boo, and takes the lantern and gives it to Solo. So now Solo still has the lantern. They will be facing off the MFTs versus White Six on SmackDown next week. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It'll be interesting to see who wins and who loses that one. Also, I forgot to mention Matt Cardona when he lost to Trick Williams. Kit Wilson did interrupt. He did interrupt. And not interrupt, but he did pull up after Chick Williams win, and he did attack Matt Cardona. And he did try to cut a promo about toxic masculinity, and Jacob Fatu attacked him. And chat called out for Cody Rhodes, which they did brawl. But before that happened, Cody did call out Jacob Fatu himself. Because Cody Rhodes makes an appearance. He makes an appearance and he's chatting about his shortcomings. And he talks about the what you want to talk about thing, which finally he's addressed why he says it. Yes, saying that he was trying to, get attached with the fans and stuff, all that stuff, and try to do everything for the fans and whatever, blah, 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 blah. I am not going to lie. Hearing these things, I'm starting to think he might actually turn eventually. This brother might turn heel eventually. I can't lie. But he also did say that because there's no rematch for Cody, he has announced himself to the Royal Rumble match. Interesting. First entrant. Yeah. Not Braun Breaker, not Roman, the two favorites. Nope. Cody Rhodes. Very interesting. So, yeah. Cody, I will be watching you fight at a Rumble match in person. I would have thought I would watch you be WWE champion. But here we are. So, Cody Royal Rumble, I'm not going to lie. I don't think he needs to win that. Yeah, I really don't. So, hopefully he doesn't win. Hopefully somebody else win. If he's ever going to go back for that championship, at least do it through the chamber. But even then, he doesn't really need it. He actually doesn't really need it. Like, others could do more with the championship than he, or even Drew himself. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, whatever. You get me? But, yeah, that's Cody and Fatu. But then later on, obviously, like I mentioned, when Fatu attacked Kit Wilson and called out for Cody Rhodes, they brawled because obviously Cody Rhodes said he has a receipt for Jacob Fatu. And because of that, now they're facing at Saturday night's main event. You get me, blood? That's what's happening. What else happened on the show? Yes. Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green. That's another thing that happened. I do have to say, with that match, I mean, listen, nothing important. I mean, Jordan Grace mainly dominated, and she gets the dubs. Jade Cargill's watching. I mean, Jade Cargill did cut a promo on, not Jade Cargill. Jordan Grace cut a promo on Jade Cargill. And she's basically talking about that's just a taste of what she'd do to Jade Cargill, that because of obviously what she did last week, Jade Cargill's to Jordan Grace. So yeah, and then obviously she called her out. She got to the apron. Chelsea was trying to attack Jordan Grace but missed and hit Jade Cargill. And then Jordan Grace is lifting the championship right in front of her face and then dumps it on Jade Cargill to hand it over. So, yeah, that is it. And I'm not going to lie. The sooner that Jordan Grace takes the championship off Jade Cargill or Bianca takes it off Jade Cargill, the better. Because Jade Cargill is terrible. I'm sorry. Work on yourself. You're just ass. Seriously. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Then, what else did we have? We had I should have taken notes on this one, man. Damn. The United States Open Challenge. Carmelo Hayes against Leon Slater, the Englishman. That is definitely match of the night, I can't lie. That match was sick. Bare cutters, bare chops, bare everything. Yeah. Even that flip that Leon Slater done from one turnbuckle area all the way to the other, flipping over the post towards what's his name? Carmelo Hayes was sick. And also the cutter in the end from mid-air from Carmelo Hayes when I think Slayer was trying to do a suplex. Sick. Suplex, sick. Absolutely sick. 1, 2, 3, easy. You know what I mean? Now that guy's crazy, man. That guy's cold, bro. That guy's cold. Now that guy's good, man. Listen, Carmelo Hayes, Slater, they're both good, man. Fair play, what a match. You know what I mean? What a match. Also, we did get what else did we get? I mean, obviously we got a whole Damian Priest and Chick Williams promo, and they're gonna face a segment and backstage, and they're gonna face next week. We got a backstage segment of the whole what was it called? Axiom or Fraxium with Johnny Gargano, in which I mean This time, Nathan Fraser acted like he was Axiom and attacked or gave a punch to Johnny Gargano because Axiom obviously asked for the mask and Johnny Gargano gave it to his wife, Chancellor Ray, and she walked off with it and whatever. So, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, the sooner that they get their mask and we move on from this, the better. Can't lie. Yeah. Is there anything else I missed before I get to the main event? I think that's about it, isn't it? I think that's about it. Unless if I'm missing something. Hopefully, I'm not missing anything. I ain't missing anything, am I? Yeah, because let's go Russell House. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've missed anything so far. Yeah, I haven't missed anything. Ah, cool. Main event time. Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov. For how good they both are, respectfully, I think mid. And I'm saying that for their standards. I expected way more out of their match. Way more. They're better than that match. They're really better than that match. By the end, Sami Zayn wins. Happy days. شيل طويل عمر شيل. حبيب قلبي. He's probably going to win the match at Saturday night's main event since it's in Montreal. And because Royal Rumble is emulating from here in Riyadh, and he is an Arab representative, and also we appreciate him and adore him here. So, yeah, it is what it is because obviously Syrian descent. So, yeah, I just want to let you know now. It's gonna be Sami Zayn, and they did have a segment, Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, and Drew McIntyre is doubting Sami because every time they faced off, Drew's won. He's won 11 times. Sami's won none. So Drew McIntyre said history will repeat itself, and Sami said we'll see. Match happens. Sami won. Dragunov was busted open, and yeah, I mean, the fatal four-way now is Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Damian Priest. And by the way, Trick Williams attacked Sami Zayn in the end of the show ends. So, yeah, but to be honest, the show is pretty standard. Nothing crazy happened. By the way, English fans today, I've seen better, but they still gave it. They still kind of gave it what they got. Like, but I've seen better from them. You know what I mean? But it's just standard English crowd, isn't it? Like they'll still be loud regardless. So fair play to the English crowd. You know what I mean? I wish that they, I wish they were as loud in the football aspect. But again, that's a different conversation for a different day. But whatever. I think other European fans are louder in that sense. But cool. Listen, out of 10, out of 5. What do I give this show out of 5? I like the Drew segment, the Randy Orton. The Jacob Cody stuff is interesting, especially now Cody's not after the championship. But him announcing himself to the Rumble is a bit concerning, I can't lie. And by the way, Cody did compare himself to Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold because they all won the Rumble twice in a row. Yeah, and Cody said he's going to go for a third. I'm just saying you guys know now, it is a bit concerning, right? So that is, you know what I mean? The tag team match. I mean, they're gonna have a triple threat tag team match next week to announce the number 1 contender after Liv and Roxanne face Rhea and Io Sky between Bliss, Charlotte, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend and Kiana James and Julia. So yeah, and we're getting MFTs next week as well versus the White Six for tag team championship, and I don't remember what else we're getting. I don't remember what else we're getting. So, yeah, guys, listen, Chelsea, the women's stuff was standard generally. I like the Solo and Wyatt 6 stuff, to be fair. We have our fatal 4-ways. I will say that it would have been nicer for Matt Cardona to go through than Trick Williams, but I guess they want to push Trick Williams. I can't lie. I'm gonna give it a 3. 3 out of 5. It was above mid, but yeah, it could have been better in my personal opinion. Now I think about it, but still not bad. It's just mid. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm gonna end here. You guys know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way. Go check socials and hopefully you're good wherever you are. Go check ZeerTalks FCB if you're into Bayern München content and football related. And ZeerTalks Football if you're interested in football content. Take care. Peace.